Well, as we round up how things went in round one of the T20 World Cup on ESPN Cricinfo T20 timeout, what a story for Namibia. Peter Borren storming through to the Super 12s after a smashing win against Ireland. This is some story of this round.
It sure is. A fantastic win for them today. They've come a long way. 4 rounds of qualifying. They started in sub-regional qualifying way back 3 years ago, I think it was, where they had to win against Swaziland, of all countries, in their first game. To get from there through this initial first round, which is tough. There's 4 good teams in this group. To get through with a great win today against Ireland, finally to confirm their place in the Super 12. A great effort and a much deserved effort for what is a disciplined and talented team.
What do you think's been the difference with Namibia, though? Where have they pipped teams like Netherlands and Ireland that have more experience at this stage?
Yeah, well, if you look at those 2 games, the 2 games that when they beat Netherlands and Ireland, it's really come down to the experience of the captain, Gerard Erasmus. He's a fantastic cricketer, beautiful player, and a mature player, mature batsman for a man of only 26. And then, of course, the impact that David Villa has had in both of those matches. So, and on both occasions, the game was on the line when he came in, and he's taken the game away and really changed the momentum of those innings. So it's the cool head and the talent of Erasmus mixed with that firepower and flair of a David Villa. And they, particularly those 2 guys, they'll be the oppositions in the Super 12 will have to do their homework on those 2 because they're serious players and those 2 in particular really deserved to take their team through.
Yeah, I think we're going to be talking a lot more about Namibia. They're through to the Super 12s. The Dutch bow out, though, against Sri Lanka. They were clearly the better team in this group. Must have been disappointed from what you've seen of the Netherlands in these 3 games, Peter.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be so disappointed, the Dutch guys, and I feel for them. I really do. I've been to a few tournaments in the past where things haven't gone their way. They didn't start well against the Irish, and from there, they were always on the back foot. And it's hard. The games come thick and fast. It's 1 week, and that's 2020 cricket, and it's you can see that the life has been sucked out of that team a little bit. And if you were going to have 2 disappointing performances against Namibia and Ireland, the last thing they needed was to come up against that Sri Lankan bowling attack today on a wicket which wasn't easy in Sharjah. It was not an easy pitch today. It was keeping a bit low, and they didn't. The Sri Lankans and bet the Netherlands a little bit for pace, but it was probably also the fact that the Dutch didn't read the carom balls of Tikshana, but also the wrong-uns of Hasaranga. And that, in the end, a pretty easy, convincing win for Sri Lanka and a disappointing outing, not just today, but for this whole tournament for the Netherlands. They'll be back because they've got an awful lot of cricket coming up, the Dutch, and they have a far better side than what they've shown in this tournament, and I'm sure that they'll come back strong.
Well, it's not the last of the Dutch presence in this tournament. We'll have you, Peter Borren, for the rest of the tournament. So look forward to your company and your thoughts then. This was a wrap on ESPN Cricket for T20 timeout from the action from this group. Sri Lanka clearly the better team, and Namibia, what a story they've been.